feel that there's something wrong with dating apps. They show impressive previews, promise to find your dream partner or even love. But do you realize that the truth of it all only begins in real life, outside of chat? Today, you will receive a psychological compass and a map, an instruction to help you escape the trap you fall into when you start using dating apps. I would like to point out that this will not be a video about tips and tricks for dating. No, instead, you will receive general principles, 3 simple steps that eliminate appearances and turn a nice chat into a specific meeting. Date, time, place. You will receive ready-made proven solutions that immediately protect your time and your boundaries. Finally, I will reveal some difficult truths about such apps, where many lonely and desperate people, both women and men, are often easy targets for exploitation. I hope this video will save you both money and a lot of valuable time. But let's get to the point. Let's go.
If you find this video
Dear
please
audience,
subscribe to this new channel. Click the like button.
subscribe to this channel.
Thank you.
Leave comments,
Thank you.
comments and likes.
First, let's define why it can be so difficult. The paradox of choice. The more options you have, the harder it is to choose. Instead of deciding, you keep comparing. When there are many options, the brain gets confused and postpones the decision. Your brain suggests that the next one may be at least 2% better, so you keep scrolling. A good analogy for this situation is the joke about the husband shop. It has 6 floors, and with each floor, the man's skills and qualities improve. As you go up, you can't go back. And so you go up and up, only to find on the last floor that none of the previous ones suited you, even though he had qualities like no other. Finally, you leave empty-handed, because the top floor was filled only with single women looking for the perfect man. The thought that I'll just check one more person keeps coming back, and the result is that instead of stopping for a moment and really talking to someone, you scroll endlessly and nothing constructive comes of it. In practice, you stand still and lose the energy for real conversations. It starts to tire and bore you. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. Weaknesses, so it means that we're not perfect, and there is a quite high chance that you will not find your fairy tale princess or prince, even if you scroll through hundreds of profiles, at least not based on his photos, description, or a few days of writing. I'm not saying that it is impossible, because there are many people who have found the love of their life this way and are happy together. I am talking about a specific situation in which you decide to make a negative judgment of whether someone could be the one within the first few seconds of seeing their profile. If not, then next, 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 next. The antidote is really simple. Above all, accept the fact that probably you won't find your perfect match, and do not go for quantity, go for quality. Don't be desperate, respect yourself and your time, and don't look for the holy grail. Have 2 or 3 conversations at a time, and limit the use of the app to 20 or 30 minutes a day. Fatigue is normal. It's the result of overload, not failure. Okay, I've covered the basics. Now, let's move on to the most common traps you can fall into, where your rational thinking stops working because your emotional thinking takes over. The most common trap you will encounter is probably ghosting, especially if you don't listen to what I just said and go for quantity. I understand that it may seem hard to accept if, after a few days of sweet conversations, the potential love of your life just disappears. But this is not a bad thing. It is a very good thing. Congratulations, you have just received a free diagnosis of this relationship. The fact that someone suddenly disappears or does not reply on a dating app is just information, not a mystery. Thanks for the info. I'm moving on. And seriously, do not play Sherlock. Do not ask questions. You will save your frustrations and your precious time. Another pitfall to watch out for is catfishing. How many times have you heard or encountered situations where people posted photos from 5 to 10 years ago just to get attention, or impersonated other people by making up fake stories about their lives? This is a classic example of a situation that happens very often. So after a few messages, ask for a short video chat. If someone makes excuses and claims they don't have a webcam, or you feel that something is wrong, let it go and don't bother. Respect yourself and your time. Another problem you may encounter is an attempt to extort money from you. I believe that if you are watching this, you are at least a quite clever person, and now you say to yourself, I'm not that stupid to do that. However, the moment you feel let's say, some kind of connection, because you've been writing to each other for weeks, and oh, he's so cool, you may not realize that you are dealing with a scammer. First, they will try to establish a cordial relationship with you, gaining your understanding and trust. Then, in a relatively short time, you will receive a message or phone call informing you that your supposed dream partner needs immediate financial assistance. Keep a cool head and do not fall for these sentimental stories. This is a standard scheme used by scammers based on the emotions and kindness of others. There is one simple rule. Never send money, codes, your personal details, or intimate photos. It would be very easy to blackmail you with such photos later on. Now that we've discussed what not to do when using dating apps, let's move on to what you should do. At the very beginning of this video, I said that a real relationship starts in real life, outside of chat, and that's absolutely true. Of course, it's nice to chat with each other, but are you here to do it endlessly? Text is not a human being. A message, a like, a sended heart is nothing more than just an information, not a relationship. Endless chatting kills chemistry. The longer it lasts, the more it builds an artificial feeling of closeness. The rules for transitioning are very simple. After 2 or 3 days of charming conversation, suggest a mini video, let's say around 5 minutes. It is enough. Between the 3rd and let's say the 10th day of chatting together, you should, if you haven't already, make concrete plans for a live meeting. Meeting with agreed details, date, time, place. In my opinion, it really doesn't matter which one of you takes the initiative first and suggests meeting face to face. When proposing a meeting, expect 3 possibilities of answers. The words you read or hear may be different, but their meaning can only have 3 true meanings. The answer could be yes, it could be no, and it could be no answer. You know, I've got a lot to do right now. So, how about next week at the earliest? But I'll see, okay? If you hear excuses, expect an elegant ending. Then, remember to respect yourself and your time, and don't force anything. Thanks for your time. It didn't click. Good luck. If it's meant to be. It often happens naturally. As the conversation progresses, you both want to meet up, and suddenly everything is arranged, and it's great. However, let me tell you once again about your safety. Do not give out your address on the first date. Do not get into a car with someone you do not know. Travel for this first date separately. Meet in a public place. For some extra caution, tell someone you trust where and when you will be. Arrange to check in by before and after by phone. Quick message. Sometimes a date can run late, so let your friend know if that happens too. This is not scaremongering. It is common sense. Respect yourself. What I have presented should help you navigate through dating apps in a less obsessive, safer for your health, and more peaceful way. If you use these values as a foundation, I guarantee that the result will be better than good. Coming to the end of this video, I would like to point out a certain darker, uncomfortable side to such applications. Their profit is your time spent in the app, and also the money you spend on it directly. Things like paid premium versions with extra features, such as seeing who has viewed your profile, boosts for your profile, etc. The tension of a mini casino, so you can scroll profiles again and again and again. Remember that one connected pair means the loss of 2 customers. Due to the gender imbalance in the dating market, or more precisely, due to the fact that, for example, 75% of Tinder users are men. This means, among other things, that men compete more often for attention, while women more often struggle with pressure and spam. There's no point in getting angry, offended, or upset about it. This is the structure of reality, and you cannot change it. I advise you to accept it and have in mind. If you really want to meet someone worthwhile, whether from a male or female point, then everything I've presented should help you navigate dating apps in a less obsessive, safer for your health, and more peaceful way. And perhaps, thanks to this approach, you will get to know someone who shares similar values much faster. I hope you found this video extremely helpful. Oh, and please leave a comment and let me know your feelings about it. Subscribe this channel and stay close. More episodes are coming. See you soon.